One important thing about launching is knowing what the PPC price is going to cost for the keywords that you're going after. So I want to show you guys a couple of ways that you can go about seeing this before you launch your product, just so that you know that you have enough capital required. You're going to have to put this with obviously the amount of sales that you need to get. This will be important because you're going to have about a 20% conversion rate, or give or take, if you are right for a keyword. So by looking at the PPC price, you'll essentially take that, whatever the price is, and you'll multiply it by 5, and that's going to get you what your PPC cost is. So if it's $1, all right, it's going to then cost you $5 per sale. So this will help you estimate what your profit and loss and your launching costs are going to go ahead and be. So if you go ahead into your Amazon account and you go over to advertising here, go to the campaign manager. You want to scroll and find this beautiful create a campaign button. Click it. Then what you're going to go ahead is just go ahead continue here, and you'll get brought in. You can go see the PPC price in here. So we're here in the account. You don't need to do anything with campaign name or anything. Just scroll down, and then what we're going to want to do is go down to this horse head, all right? This is what I did. You could just choose any product in general. What you could do is you could look at a competitor who's very similar to you, if we are going to be selling horse heads here, and then that's how you're going to get accurate estimates for what the PPC price is going to be. I forgot to say, up at the top, you will want to choose manual targeting instead of automatic targeting, because that's going to allow us to bid on specific keywords instead of just the automatic campaign, which is just going to advertise it for us. And so this is where we're going to get the accurate keyword info. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose squirrel horse feeder, maybe squirrely horse head feeder. Is that in there? Nope. Horse head. Yeah, just use some random ones. This is not that important. Well, it would be if you were doing this, because you'd want to choose squirrel feeder Trump. Really? I did not know that that's a term. Apparently Amazon thinks that's relevant. All right, so we chose those keywords, and then we go down here. And look at that. So these are going to be the estimated bids that Amazon's going to give you. Now, these aren't going to be completely accurate, but it should give you a general idea of if something is going to be a competitive market. At the end of the day, it just tells you how much the cost per click is going to be. So we can look down here. We have all the prices right here. So this is going to be the suggested bid price, and then, kind of a bid range right there. Now, it could be above or below this, but this is just going to give you a general idea. So take that and then multiply it by about 5, and that's what it will generally cost you per sale. But it's not completely accurate, but it's good to just get an idea of what it's going to cost. Now you're going to have to obviously take this into account when how many sales you need to get to the top of that keyword to rank your product. So when you go to click on the keywords, you can get some suggested ones automatically from Amazon right here. Like there's apparently people looking up this squirrel feeder Trump head. But you can also go ahead, and what you might want to do is enter your own keywords there. So by doing that, you have these ideas where you think you're going to launch and compete when you're looking at these keywords, because each keyword's a different market. So then you're going to want to go and see what are the costs per click in that market, so that you can accurately estimate what it's going to cost to get you a sale through that keyword. So I just went ahead right here and chose some random ones if we wanted to be ranking for these ones. Let's say over here. So this shows you the suggested bid right there. And that's just kind of in the middle of this estimated bid range. Now, the actual bid might be higher. So the higher that you pay is obviously going to be the higher up on the page that you are, but this suggested bid should be a good, accurate guess of what you're going to be paying to get clicks through these keywords. So if you multiply that by 5, that should be what it costs you to get a sale through that keyword if you are good for that market. So if we had a Hillary Clinton horsehead feeder here, then maybe it would not work. Maybe it would actually for that one. Not a good example. But if we don't have a squirrel horse feeder and we're just selling something completely random, obviously it's not going to cost us $2.50 to get a sale through it. So the 53 cents times 5, because we're not relevant. So when you're running these cost per clicks, we're only going to be running pay-per-click on keywords that convert for us over time. But this just gives you that general idea for when you're launching for the right keywords, how much is it going to cost you to get sales through Amazon ads. One quick thing I wanted to note was that the keywords all appear to be about the same price in this market. So this is not a saturated market. But I want to show you guys, this is very important to take into account when you're going to launch, that different markets have very different prices for keywords. So if we scroll down right here and we take a look at protein powder, you see that it costs $4.89 for a click on protein powder. But then if we go ahead and look at grass-fed protein powder there, that's only $1.10, so that's a lot cheaper. And then grass-fed protein powder vanilla is $1.02. So you're obviously not going to want to start launching in this one because the sales amount are actually a lot higher there too. So that's going to cost you way more per click, and you need to get a lot more sales. So you want to go more niche when you're starting out, potentially, if it's a saturated market. So this is just a good idea to help you figure out which keywords you want to go after and where what it's going to cost you to launch your product. So just ending it up, obviously, if we had the 20% conversion rate and $5 a click, that would be not $20 a sale. It would be $25 a sale. Now, that's going to be really expensive, especially on protein powder. If you need to get 100 sales a day, that would be $2,500 a day, and very expensive to rank. So hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And this is a very valuable tool in estimating the cost because you want to make sure you have the resources to compete in a market, and PPC is the best way to get your product launched. All right, and we'll end it with a Trump squirrel horse feeder.